Hi there. We are talking about planning Christmas cards and holiday cards. Yeah, Debbie, there's a bunch of other people in here. There's 3 or 4 others. Everyone's just really quiet tonight. We are in the classroom. You that are joining us on Facebook, remember, I can't answer you there live, but I will come back and answer your questions if anybody has any. This will be on the blog, and everything I talk about tonight, I will also put on the blog so that you'll have it there. Tonight, I thought we would just kind of do a little brainstorming and figure out what exactly do you need if you are planning to do your own Christmas cards. And you're thinking, it is October, ladies, stop worrying about it. But honestly, you don't want to be rushing around trying to make 30 cards in a week. You want to do them so they're fun. You don't want to do them in a big rush. So first thing you have to think about is, do you want a different card or do you want one design? I want to remind you, I have a sketch that I'm working from. And I'm going to say that I want the same idea, but I don't necessarily want the exact same card. Now, I know in years past, I would go to the store and buy a box of cards, and they were all the same, and everybody got the same card, and they knew it was for me. But because these are being made with love, I want them to be a little bit different, but I'm not going to try and make 30 unique and individual cards, or whatever number that you have to send out. So your first thing you have to decide is, how many cards do I need to send? If your list is 5, well, then it's not as difficult as if your list is 50. So you're going to decide, how many do I need to make? And I am going to start with my little notepad. Whoops, just hit a wire, sorry. And I'm going to say I need 25. So I need 25 cards, which means I need corresponding envelopes. Okay. The next thing I need to decide, though, is, do I want to do the very vanilla, or do I want to use Whisper White? You're like, wait, there's a difference? Yeah, Whisper White is white, very vanilla is off-white. And it kind of depends on your color scheme. That's very vanilla, and this is Whisper White. See, it's like choosing white paint when you're going to paint your house. Just as complicated, just as difficult. So you're going to choose your color scheme and go from there. So I'm going to say Whisper White, and I'm going to say I need 25 envelopes. Well, this comes in a pack of 40, so 1 pack of envelopes will do me. All right, so I'm going to start making my list. I need I'm writing on top of things here. 1 pack envelopes, and I'm going to use Whisper White thick cardstock. Okay, so how many comes in that pack? Well, let me move some of this stuff out of the way so I can actually bring in the catalog. And literally, this is something you can do sitting in front of the TV. And you're going to make sure that you have what you need. So I'm going to look up in my catalog. Remember, my catalog's in a notebook because I like it like that. And it is on page 187. So I'm going to go to 187. And I need to look for the cardstock, which is actually before that. And I am somebody who looks it up online all the time, so I'm really bad at knowing where things are in the catalog. But the Whisper White thick cardstock is the heavier weight cardstock. And I use that for my card base, and I like that as a more solid. I'm going to try and show you the difference between the two. So there is the Whisper White thick, and that comes in 24 sheets. So that means I'm going to cut those in half and get my card out of that. So when I do that, that means I can get 48 cards out of a pack of Whisper White. Good. I can use that for something else. So to my note, I'm going to go and I need 1 pack thick Whisper White. All right. Well, I'm getting there. I now have my cards planned. I now have my basic. I have my thick cardstock for my base and my envelopes. The next thing I have to do, and I recommend that you think about the design. What do you want for a design? And I'm going to have up on the blog this weekend, in one easy download, I'm going to have 10 different sketches that you can use. I'll have them up there on Saturday, and it will give you a general idea of what you're going to do. You'll have 10, and you'll be in one download. You won't have to download 10 of them. It'll just be one link that will give you all 10, and you can just go from there. In those 10, now, so let's say this is one, and I'm going to look at this and say, okay, I like this design. It's basic. This is my card. So this is my Whisper White. I've already taken care of that. I need this and this. Now, if you're thinking, I want to do it like this, I'm going to move the catalog out of the way. When you look at a sketch, if you think about it, you're going to have, hold on, I need to make myself some room. You're going to have the Whisper White on the bottom. And if you do it just the way that sketch is, you're going to end up with a dark color to stamp on, right? I have Whisper White, a color, Whisper White, a color. But you can set up your card like this, and then in the middle, you could have something like that. So even though you're following this sketch, you're now leaving, this becomes your centerpiece of where you're going to put your sentiment. Look how different that is if I swap it out and I use the square and the round. Same stamp, same frame, same everything. It just looks really different. This one is from, I don't know, it's gone forever. It was right here. Oh, this is from Carols of Christmas. And I like these two because they're a good big sentiment that goes right on the front. They have a great bundle. And it comes with, remember, we've used this one in a class before, but in case you forgot it, it comes with these really great thinlits that do the shape around the outside. So this could be done on this layer, on this green layer. So it's not so basic. It's a little bit more foofy if you have that bundle. You've also got this option to do these really great poinsettia corners. So that's this set. I love the stars. I would probably flip my sketch and put this on the top if that was one that you liked. Again, you could just do the stamp set and not do the coordinating thinlits. I recommend one of the basics, and I've told you this from day one, my favorite basic is the layered, the stitched layers. They come as a circle, a square, and an oval. They are my favorite thinlits. I go to them all the time. Because they make such a really great finished edge. It isn't something that's just straight. It gives it dimension. You can ink this. Lots of things you can do using these. These to me are kind of a basic staple, like sugar or flour in the kitchen. Sound like I know how to cook. I don't. I do, but I'm not a baker. Okay. The next thing that you're going to want to decide is, what is your color theme? What color do you like? I tend to be matchy-matchy. In the list of supplies that will be on the blog, I put up, Stampin' Up! Makes it so simple. I put up some of the papers that are on sale. Remember, there are designer series papers on sale this month. If you buy 3, you get 1 free. That's till the end of October. So this is the time to figure out what you need and order your pattern paper now, what you're going to decide to use. Let me grab it. It's not all pattern papers, but there's at least 3 or 4 Christmas ones. There's Christmas Around the World, which is this one. There's the Be Merry one. There is, I'm not remembering them right now, but anyway, I'll have a list for you. This blog post has all the information that we're covering tonight, and it's just a good resource. So bookmark that, and you can come back to it over and over again. If you forget something that you needed, this will be how to make my Christmas cards. Some of the ideas and things that you might want. The next thing, and I will put the sketches in that same post, even though they won't be there tonight. So now I picked up my color. Okay, so let's say I'm going to go with the Be Merrys. I'm going to go with the green and the black, right? And that's going to be my theme this year. Okay, so if I do that, then I'm going to want my basic black ink. I'm also probably going to want some Old Olive. Oh, sorry, it did it again. I don't know why the camera is going to sleep today. It just is. Maybe it wants that software. Hold on. Come on, come on, come on. Later. We're not doing that now. Goodness. Sorry. Let's go back to this. Okay. No, we don't need Liberty Mutual. Whatever you are, go away. Go away. Why are you here? Hold on. Seriously? Goodness. Sorry, everybody. Just a little bit of an argument with my iPad. There. So I would probably go with those 2, but what if I want to do a little something extra? I want a little more. Well, what would look really great on here would be to bring in your Whisper White craft ink, or maybe grab some Versamark and do some heat embossing. That would look super cool. And it seems like, oh, that's a lot of work to do. It's not if you're just going to do one part of the card, because you're going to mass produce it. The Versamark is really pretty good at holding on and giving you time. So you could do 5. Stamp, 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 sprinkle, 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 heat transfer, heat transfer, or heat gun, heat gun, heat gun. You could do that. And then you would get them all done in a really short amount of time. So don't be swayed by this thinking, well, I have 25 to do. You could do it really easily if you kind of set it up as an assembly line, and I'll show you what I mean by that. This Whisper White makes me crazy. Okay. And you're thinking, well, you know, that's really nice, but it's kind of, it's just kind of black and green. What can I do to kind of foof it up? Well, I could grab some of the really cool ribbon that's made to go with it. Like, let me grab some. I love this black and white stripe. So classy. Love, love it. But I also like, how about some red glitter and pop that in there just for a little color, or some of the silver, right? Easy enough and yet adds so much. The next thing that you might want to do, if you've decided these are your colors, is think about your embellishments. What am I going to do, again, to add a little wow to it? The clear gems are so cute and so easy and add so much. So that would be one idea if you decide this is the color for you. Okay, so if I do this, I'm going to use my designer series paper. Maybe I don't want to use designer series paper on the whole thing. Maybe I want to bring in some cardstock too. Well, if you're matchy-matchy like me, you're probably going to say, oh, I think I'm going to use Old Olive. And you could. But what about if you're just going to be super crazy and really wild and fun, and you're going to grab some Pool Party or some Soft Sky. I have a bunch of colors here. Let me just grab one. And bring that in. So here's some Pool Party. You know, my favorite colors, and they always kind of amaze me that I pick these, but if you go to Target, they always do the coolest colors every year, and they never do traditional red and greens. They do things like, you would think I would have had this out in my hand before, like this. They will bring in some Pool Party and some pink pirouette, and they might take this away, and now you have those colors. That would look really cool and really different. So what I'm saying is, look through the catalog, look through what you have, and don't be stuck with, I have to make red and green and a tree and a snowman. You so don't. Remember this great, so now we've got our color scheme. Now we go on to the stamps and the Thinlits. Remember this one, the At Home With You? Great door. Holly leaves. Really ready with the wreath on the tree. You could do a great job with that. Colorful Seasons. There's a really weird noise outside my window. It doesn't sound like my dog. Snowflakes. How about Christmas in the Making? If you don't have a lot to do, you could do these. If you're going to color each one of these, you want to start right now. Pick out what you like in the stamp set. And then maybe you think, well, I want one or two. We love this guy. These are some of the ones that we're doing this month. We're going to be working with the Christmas quilt one and the seasonal chums, and I'll show you how these guys can be put on your cards. Super cute. We've also got, we've worked with Oh What Fun. The only thing you're going to want to remember is Stampin' Up! Wants you to put, when you do a card, they would like you to put the Stampin' Up! On the back of the card. Like when you buy a Hallmark card, it says Hallmark on the back. They would like you to put Stampin' Up! On the back. This is one of the stamp sets that has that in it. It's also really cool because we have crafty friends. And so this would be a great one to use. All right. All right, so tonight was more about let's get your brain going and let's think about what we can do. I will have a lot of information for you on the blog. Remember, the blog is really easy to find. It's karamiller.com. I will have sketches up for you on Saturday and a full list of all the things that we went over tonight so that you can kind of take a peek. Remember, there are 2 great sales going on at Stampin' Up! One is only good until the 10th, and that's 15% off. Oh, the other thing that they are having on sale, and this might work really well for you. I don't think I have any left in my little drawer here, but it's the card and envelope set is on sale for 15% off. They're smaller. They make smaller cards. But these might be really great if you're going to do a bunch of cards and you have a lot of cards to do. These are good to pick up because you can make smaller ones and get them in the mail really easy. And they're on sale 15% off. All right, everybody. Have a great night. I'll see you really soon. Bye.